today's proceedings.
Well, it comes after day one saw not a single juror seated in this historic case, this criminal prosecution of the former president in connection with the hush money case. More than half of the 96 prospective jurors that came in that courthouse yesterday were dismissed simply because they could not be fair. And we're already seeing that play out today. Our Alex Miller is on the inside, and she says 2 jurors have already been excused this morning because they said they cannot be impartial. There are others that have been excused for other reasons. So we will definitely be keeping our eyes on that as it plays out. The jury selection process continues. Paul Petrus joins me now, criminal defense attorney. Come on into the shot here.
Good morning, Jay.
Good morning to you. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so let's talk about this because you have experience in the criminal defense side. As far as jury selection goes for a candidate like this, divisive candidate, such a well-known figure, walk us through what the judge is going through with this questionnaire to kind of weed out bias in the case.
Yeah, so good question. They're doing it in 2 forms. One is they're doing it in writing, so the judge is going to have a bunch of written questions and a questionnaire for the jurors to fill out and answer. And then there's an opportunity for follow-up questions by both the judge, the prosecutor, and the defense lawyer to try to seat 12 unbiased, impartial jurors.
And so if Team Trump says, that's a Democrat, I know it is, can we toss him? Like, how does that whole process work? How does the objection process even work?
So you get 10 peremptories. So for any reason, as long as it's not an illegal reason, you can say, I don't want this juror, and that juror is out. Those are called peremptories. There's also what's called cause. You have unlimited number of objections for a cause, and you have to show basically the person's biased or they can't be fair.
Okay, so let's talk about the gag order that is subject of a lot of attention right now.
Indeed.
Based on what the former president has been doing on social media. He continues to attack. He continued to attack the judge as he was going into the courthouse this morning, and there was a hearing being held next week on alleged violations of this gag order. How is Judge Juan Merchan handling this case so far, in your opinion, and how is he navigating this issue? Because there are people out here that think that the former president should be punished at this point for what he's been saying.
Yeah, I can certainly hear that as well. A lot of people think he should be punished. Some people think he shouldn't be. That's why you have to have the hearing. And Judge Merchan is doing it procedurally correct, I think. He says these are the allegations the prosecutor brought forth regarding the possible violation of the gag order. And he's going to set on a hearing to hear what Trump's team has to say. What's their defense to these allegations?
Have you gone before, Judge Merchan?
I have. It's been a while, but I have.
What can you tell us about his demeanor? From what I've read, pretty no-nonsense kind of guy, about how he's running the show so far.
Yeah, I think that's right. He's kind of a no-drama judge. You don't hear a lot of tempers flying in that courtroom, and I think procedurally he's doing things pretty spot on and correctly so far.
So, when it comes to picking potential jurors, as they go through, is there a mechanism in place to prevent someone from pretending that they don't have strong feelings about the former president, or pretending they don't have strong feelings about Michael Cohen or whomever it may be?
Yeah, so the mechanism is the process called voir dire. It's from the French. It means to speak the truth. And the idea is that you swear the jurors in under oath, and then you ask them those questions under oath to try to find out, is this person pretending? Is this person not being forthright? Is this person, at the end of the day, suitable to be on the jury?
You cover a lot of these cases here, on a wide range of cases here in Lower Manhattan. What do you just make of the historic nature of it? The guardrails that have been erected, this has become business as usual for New York City. Should we just write it off as like, this is New York being New York? I mean, they prepare for this type of thing. Like, how unusual is it for a former president who has Secret Service detail tracking his every movements from the 4 miles up at Trump Tower?
Yeah, it's the first time in history. I mean, you really are covering history. While New York City does have a lot of experience covering big media cases, and I think we're probably better adept to handle it than anybody. Still, it's historic. Never seen it before. That's where we're at.
As we move forward with this into the substance of the case, once the jury selection process is over, what are you looking for? Just as an observer of this case, its historic nature, what are you looking for from the prosecution, and what holes would you try to poke in their case, as Alvin Bragg makes it?
Yeah, so the prosecution is just trying to get its convictions. I think what they should be doing is trying to make the case as simple as possible, and that is did he lie on his business books or not? And if he lied, that's falsifying business records. And if it was to cover up a crime, then that's a felony. And then what the defense has to do is they have to say, these might be inaccurate, these might be wrong, but Mr. Trump didn't know that. He has other people handling it. He doesn't get involved in the Excel spreadsheet, so to say, regarding who's getting paid for what. And I think that's how the case can best be played out.
Yeah, and I've talked to other legal experts who have said focus on Michael Cohen because he's already pleaded guilty to lying to Congress, try to poke holes in his credibility. We will be watching it all unfold. Paul Petrus, criminal defense attorney, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, Jay. Have a good day.
All right, we'll toss it back to you guys in Atlanta.